Hey, it's Feeling Mood Friday, and today I want to talk to you about this word surrender. Surrender. We hear it a lot in yoga practice. And feel the body actually kind of surrender a little bit as you breathe out. And I'm going to be honest with you and let you know that when I first was hearing it in yoga practice, it'd be a trigger word for me. I would hear it, and I always associated surrender with giving up or quitting. And I was like, I'm not a quitter. I'm going to actually hold on a little bit more. And what I would do in the yoga practice, I would actually tighten myself up more, which is the opposite of what we're actually trying to do. Okay, so surrender, what it actually means when we're thinking of it in yoga situation or even in life situation is, can we start to let go of the things that we're holding on to, that we're clinging to, that we're grabbing and grasping? Okay, and how often do we do that? Okay, you can think about it right now. Let's say that I'm holding onto a bar and I'm holding it so tight. I don't want to fall off. And I may be able to hold myself up here pretty good right now because hey, I'm pretty strong. But eventually this grip is going to start to loosen, it's going to start to loosen, and I'm going to eventually fall. And how often do we do that because we hold on and cling onto things so tightly? Until we get so tired, and the weight starts to add up. We be aware of it beforehand, so we don't have to be holding on so tightly. We don't have to be grabbing on so tightly. We can just let it be loose. And we can then start to allow things to flow into us and through us. And allowing ourselves not to have this kind of possessive attitude where we're holding on to, or clinging or grasping or tightening, because that's when we break. So we want to try to go into things in a way where we can surrender, when we have no attachment. To it. And non-attachment was also a trigger word for me for a while, because I thought like, oh, well, how can you love if you're not attaching yourself to something? But a truer sense of love, a real meaning of love, is you let that thing you love be set free. You let it be set free, you know? So it's like we're not holding on to it, we're not having it as a possession, okay? We let ourselves freely open to it. We let ourselves have non-attachment. And ideally, we find this love that is able to just to naturally come, to naturally go, to naturally come back. And it just kind of moves like this beautiful flow. And that's really what we're looking for. So I want us to notice here, I want us to stop and let this be our lesson. What are we holding onto? What are we tensing? What are we clasping onto? And just because we can basically stay in there right now, doesn't mean that it's not going to create a big fall in the future if we don't learn to let go and to surrender into it with non-attachment. All right, think about that a little bit, and happy Friday. Peace.